Oof. Even from here, that thing still stinks of carrion. And here come the flies. It looks mighty hungry. Let's see if the feast keeps it busy enough so I can catch it. I would never have dreamed that catching frogs was this easy. Come on, my little buddies. I'm here to rescue you from the nasty monster spider. According to the heading, this is a translation of the temple door's inscription. Sam must have put a lot of effort into this. It says, "Honor the goddess enthroned above all. With her radiant being and ever-open eye, she looks down upon her subjects, the mute and the homeless. Yet they have no one to blame for their miserable state but themselves. Were they not so self-centered, then they could see the riches at their feet, the queen's gold." I can't get out from behind the tree without being spotted, but maybe it will smell bad enough from here to distract the guard. The guard isn't reacting at all. I guess the distance is just too great. I'll put two of these poles together. That will give me an extended range.
Yuck! What is this horrible stench? It's worse than a skunk!
If I ever decide to become an evil mastermind, I'm going to make sure I never employ guards with sensitive noses. If Sam's translation is correct, it says, "Honor the goddess enthroned above all. With her radiant being and ever-open eye, she looks down upon her subjects, the mute and the homeless. Yet they have no one to blame for their miserable state but themselves. Were they not so self-centered, then they could see the riches at their feet, the queen's gold." Done! Yes, I am so great. They should make me the leading man in a movie or in a computer game. Okay, let's see what awaits me in this temple and how I can get to Sam.
Oh, what was that? The barkeeper shoots at me and then takes off in a helicopter seconds before the ship is swallowed by a gigantic monster wave? Did I just dream that? Why would that guy shoot at me? And did he know about the wave, or did the helicopter just happen to pick him up at exactly the right moment? Probably not. After all, he was going on and on about the end of the world and being rescued by that Puritas Cordis sect. What is the meaning of all this? By Poseidon. Looks like I've got quite another set of problems for now. The ship hasn't sunk yet, but since it capsized because of that monster wave, it only appears to be a question of time. I've got to get out of here, and fast. There's water on the other side. How about I leave the door closed, stay put, and the water can do the same? Seems like a fair trade. The steel girder is way too heavy. I can't lift it without some kind of equipment.
Oh, but where am I?
We're on a capsized ship that could sink any minute now, and you've been trapped under a massive steel girder. But I'll think of something, don't worry.
Don't worry. When should I be worried, if not now?
Good point. But I'm sure I can find a way out of this. You saved my life, after all. I owe you.
Thank you, but I boarded the ship for a reason. You remember the incident at the harbor?
The man who had that fatal accident?
Exactly. He must have slipped you a letter right before it happened.
But I haven't got any letter. Besides, there are more important things we should be worrying about right now. We need to get out of here.
Why do you think such odd things happened on board? Why do you think people had to die? Trust me, this is important. I will not leave the ship without this document. You must find this letter.
The wheel is completely rusted in place. Even a gorilla couldn't turn it. I hope this is the way out. To freedom, not to eternity. A lever for steering the ship. On the left, it says full speed ahead, and on the right, full speed backwards. At the moment, though, the lever is set to stop. The pipe definitely looks worse for wear. There's a big hole at the top of it, and a connecting piece got ripped out below. I can still see some oil at the very bottom of the pipe itself. A picture of the ship naming ceremony. The cabinet is secured by a combination lock. In order to open the drawers, I need to enter the correct number code first. A picture of the ship naming ceremony. In order to open the drawers, I need to enter the correct number code first. 7, 4, 7, 5. I wonder whether that was the right sequence of numbers. I think that was correct. The drawer is empty, but I could at least use it as a makeshift stairway in order to reach the upper hatch. I could step on that drawer in order to reach the hatch, but before I open it, I should make sure that there's no water behind it. Otherwise, it could get rather uncomfortable down here. That sounded hollow. There seems to be no water on the other side. There isn't much left of that fancy reception area. This metal rod probably used to be a rung from a ladder. All kinds of papers. I don't think I will find that letter here, but maybe at least this will help convince the guy who saved my life that it makes no sense to go looking for it. I found my ticket. And just like I thought, there isn't a... Oh, but there is. It's true, then. The man at the harbor really did slip me a letter. But the document is full of cryptic symbols. I can't make heads or tails of it. And the enclosed drawing doesn't make much sense either. Water is already seeping through the crack. I can only pray that the crack doesn't get any bigger, or else... I mustn't think about it. They must have broken apart in the fall. The drumheads haven't been damaged, though, so they should still be usable. A bongo drum filled with water. From up here, I can see that the chain got wrapped around the propeller shaft of the ship's engine. No idea what its purpose was before the disaster. It's securely fastened. Tugging on that won't help. Right now, the lever is set to stop. I could set it to either full speed ahead or full reverse speed. Full speed ahead. Let's hope this will hold. I can't think of a better alternative. Right now, the lever is set to stop. I could set it to either full speed ahead or full reverse speed. And now the other way. I will place the bongo drum under the pipe with its open end up. I will pour a little water